Good morning, all. Welcome back to our fourth part of chapter 15 Economic Development. Now, the earlier part we saw about market mechanism, also called as free market economy or capitalist system. In this particular part, we are going to learn about socialist system and mixed economy. Now, as I told you before, socialist system is exactly the opposite of market system. And this system started or originated because there were many disadvantages, that is limitations and failures of market system. Countries like Russia and China have attained or achieved fast economic development by adopting this socialist system. Now, socialist system is exactly opposite to market system, as I told you. In the socialist system, all economic decisions are taken by state machinery, that is state government. It's not like market mechanism where the state government would not interfere. Your 100% interference. For example, you can say if our country has everything owned by government, like everywhere you will see government transportation, municipality hospitals, or government handled hospitals, schools, everything owned by government. And if there would be no Rajpath Club, no Shelby Hospital, or no Sal Hospital, that is, no private hospitals, no private schools. Now, everything private was market, but no private means socialist. So then if our country would also have all these things, we would experience socialist system. But we have not adopted only socialist system. So that we will see later on. So in short, socialist system where we see state government interference 100% adopted by countries like Russia and China. State has its control on all the resources of production, that is factors of production. Example, land, laborers, capital, etc. In this system, whole economy is managed by the state. All the decisions related to production, investment, resource distribution, production distribution, etc. are taken after keeping in mind the requirement of the people on the society. That is, what is to be produced, how much is to be invested in the factories or agriculture, how many of food grains are to be produced, who will produce it, what will be the farmers producing, and what will be the price tag. Lot many other decisions related to the welfare of the state is taken by the government. Because here, what is the main goal? Not profit making. The main goal is social welfare. In the socialist system, rather than profit, social welfare is the goal. Production of resources and their prices are decided by state. That is, any product that you get from, or just say some service like BRTS. If one of you are traveling from say Vastrapur to Bodakdev, and if BRTS rate is say 5 rupees and the other child is charged 10 rupees, not possible. Same with state transportation like railway or post offices. Many such services prices are same. All over the country you can say, or all over the that particular state will decide. But at the end, who has the power to decide? That is state government, or you can say the country's government. So prices are decided by them. Responsibility to achieve the target of production is decided by the state owned factories. How much to be produced and the target of production, everything decided by the state factories. Farming also is owned by the state government. The laborers are paid as per their ability to work, and accordingly work is taken from them. So if you work for 5 hours, you will get 5 hours pay. If you work for 10 hours, that worker will be paid accordingly, but decided by government. So let's see the features. First, all the resources owned by state. Second, all the economic decisions taken by state. Third, rather than profit, what is the goal of all economic activities? That is social welfare. That is to take care of the requirements, to see that the necessities for the people are fulfilled. And finally, fourth, laborers are paid wages or salaries as per the work done by them. Now, advantages. Because of production according to the need of the society, unimportant and luxurious products are not produced. Here we are taking care of the need of the society and not about their luxury. So luxuries are not produced, unimportant things are not produced, but you would see necessities are taken care of. Second, as the decisions related to production are taken by state, thus wastage of resources is not there. Now, wastage of resources means which resources are not wasted? Necessity के लिए जो रिसोर्स या रॉ मटेरियल काम में आते हैं वो वेस्ट नहीं हो रहे, बट उसी कंट्री में से रशिया और चाइना ऐसे भी नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज है जिससे लग्जरी बनाई जाती है, हाँ वो वेस्ट हो रहे हैं, बट दैट पार्ट वुड बी इंक्लूडेड इन इट्स डिसएडवांटेजेस. सिमिलरली इफ़ यू गो बैक टू मार्केट सिस्टम, वहाँ पे कौन से रिसोर्स वेस्ट नहीं हो रहे? लग्जरी बनाने के. लेकिन कौन से वेस्ट हो रहे हैं? नेसेसिटी बनाने के, क्योंकि नेसेसिटी वाले प्रोडक्ट ज़्यादा नहीं बनते मार्केट सिस्टम में और लग्जरी ज़्यादा बन रही है. सो लेट्स कम बैक टू बेनिफिट्स. थर्ड, इनइक्वालिटी ऑफ इनकम एंड प्रॉपर्टी इज रिमूव्ड बिकॉज ऑल आर ट्रीटेड इक्वली. फाइनली, फोर्थ, consumers are not exploited. Not exploited means अगर तुम कहीं कोई प्रोडक्ट खरीदने जाते हो एक प्राइवेट शॉप में, से वेस्ट साइड, पैंटालून, बेनेटन, लॉट मैनी, और यू गो टू से स्पोर्ट्स शूज़ खरीदने तुम जाओगे रिबॉक में या वुडलैंड्स, तो हर एक जगह पे प्राइस टैग अलग होगा. और अगर तुम कोई एक दुकान से लेके घर पे आते हो, you would feel that, oh God, am I not cheated by the price? Though quality is good, but I think so I would have taken it from the other shop. Here sometimes we get exploited because it is private. लेकिन यहाँ पे socialist system में सब कुछ same price, that is BRTS example, right? All pay the same price for the same distance. तो हम as a consumer exploit या हमें कोई भी यहाँ पे डिसएडवांटेज फेस नहीं करने पड़ रहे, बिकॉज दिस सोसाइटी वर्क्स फॉर आवर वेलफेयर. एज वी मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट, अब डिसएडवांटेजेस देख लो ऑफ सोशलिस्ट सिस्टम. सोशलिस्ट सिस्टम विच हैज़ कम इन टू एग्जिस्टेंस विद द नोबल मतलब वेरी गुड इंटेंशन दैट ऑल शुड बी टेकन केयर ऑफ and everything should be distributed equally. Yet यहाँ पे तुम देखोगे इतना सारा ध्यान रखने के बाद भी limitations तो होने ही हैं यहाँ पे सोशलिस्ट के. So let's see what are the limitations. First, as the resources of production are owned by the state, people do not get encouragement and motivation to increase production. यहाँ पे अगर तुम कुछ डिस्कवर कर रहे हो या कोई नई आइडिया लेके आ रहे हो, तो नाम किसका होगा वहाँ पे? गवर्नमेंट का. तो नेचुरली अगर अब सोशलिस्ट सिस्टम में तुम एक वहाँ के सिटीज़न हो और तुम्हें कोई प्रोडक्शन रिलेटेड नई आइडिया आ जाए, तुम नहीं बताओगे. द रीज़न, तुम्हें एक्स्ट्रा पे नहीं मिल रही, अगेन तुम्हें रिवॉर्ड भी नहीं मिलने वाला, तुम्हारा नाम कहीं पे नहीं आएगा न्यूज़ चैनल पे दैट यू हैव इन्वेंटेड इट. Whose name will come? Government. Next, you are not motivated in this way. Again, पीपल आर हार्डली एनकरेज ओवर यर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल प्राइवेट में अगर तुम जॉब कर रहे हो प्राइवेट कंपनी में और तुम 4 घंटा ओवर टाइम कर रहे हो, तुम्हें एक्स्ट्रा पे मिलेगी, तो यू विल बी एनकरेज टू वर्क मोर. सोशलिस्ट सिस्टम में ये सिस्टम माइनस हो जाती है, इट डजंट एग्जिस्ट. सेकेंड, ड्यू टू लैक ऑफ कॉम्पिटिशन, कॉन्टेस्ट एंड रिसर्च डू नॉट गेट मोमेंटम इन द इकोनॉमी. ना कोई कॉम्पिटिशन, ना कोई रिसर्च, नो मोटिवेशन, एब्सोल्युटली नथिंग ओवर हियर. सो इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट कैसे हो जाएगी? नेचुरली इट विल स्लो डाउन. थर्ड, देयर इज लैक ऑफ इंडिविजुअल फ्रीडम इन दिस सिस्टम. एक आदमी खुद कोई डिसीजन नहीं ले सकता, उसे क्या फॉलो करना होगा? व्हाट गवर्नमेंट सेज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर तुम्हें गवर्नमेंट की बैंक में कोई चेंज लाने हैं फॉर द बेटरमेंट ऑफ द कंट्री, तुम नहीं कर पाओगे बिकॉज द डिसीजन इज टेकन बाय गवर्नमेंट. लेकिन कोई प्राइवेट बैंक ले लो, से HDFC, you will see lots of difference between two banks, government bank and private banks. वहाँ पे freedom होती है लोगों को, they can handle it or better the quality of the work in their own way. And fourth, because of complete 100% interference of state government, there is fear of bureaucracy. Now bureaucracy means the employees, the officials and people who run government departments and offices. तो ये ब्यूरोक्रेसी, यहाँ पे यही लोग कंटिन्यूसली वही काम करते रहते हैं. दैट इज टोल्ड टू देम, दे कांट यूज देयर माइंड, इट्स जस्ट monotonous work that they continue with. As we move ahead, the third and the last type of economy is mixed economy. Once again, if for 1 marker or MCQ, if you are asked how many such system evolved for resource distribution or for allocation of resource, we will say 2, that is market system and socialist. Now this system was developed because the world started experiencing disadvantages of the first 2 types. So this was a middle path accepted. Now here you will come to know clearly how. Let us take our example once again, India. Now in India we don't have 100% private companies or shops like private granary shop or private clothing shops or private shoe wears. We have some part private, like say Reebok, Nike, Woodlands. We have Pantaloon, Westside, Benetton. On the other hand, yes, we do have public, like you can say we have BRTS, post office, some courier services by government, railways. Lot many things are provided. Yes, once again, one more example over here. We have private granary shop, that is market. We also have, you can call ration shop, right? तो वो हुआ सोशलिस्ट, जहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट गरीबों के सपोर्ट के लिए रेशन शॉप स्टार्ट की है, राइट? सो दैट इज वी हैव अडॉप्टेड मिडिल पाथ, सम पार्ट ऑफ प्राइवेट एंड सम पार्ट इज पब्लिक. दैट इज कॉल्ड मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी. Now mixed economic system attempts, that is tries, to remove the limitations of market as well as socialist system and tries to mix up, that is assimilate good elements, that is advantages of 2 system. Mixed economy is such a type of economic system in which public and private sector they work together, that is coexist. State transportation bus and Volvo bus. Got it? Clear? And both the sectors do not work as a competitor over here, but they are complementary to each other. They are a support to each other. There is individual or private ownership in agriculture, trade, small consumer goods, etc. While basic key areas like heavy industries, factories producing defense material, railway, electricity, roads, irrigation are owned by government. In this system, market is not completely free. Government puts some rules and regulation that is controlled in different ways on private companies also. For example, state lays heavy tax on production of luxurious product. In the same way, industries in the backward areas are encouraged by giving subsidy. Subsidy means a certain amount of money that is given by the state or public body to help an industry to keep the price of that commodity or service low. For example, if you start a private industry in the city, you will not be given any रिलैक्सेशन इन टैक्स और सब्सिडी, मतलब तुम्हें कोई भी चीज़ सस्ते में नहीं मिलेगी फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट, लाइक इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, रॉ मटेरियल एट्सेट्रा, हैंडल बाय गवर्नमेंट. बट if you start your private industry say somewhere in some backward region, तो वहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट तुम्हें बहुत सारा सपोर्ट करेगी. वाई? क्योंकि उस एरिया में तुम लोगों को काम भी दे रहे हो. वहाँ पे अपने आप धीरे धीरे डेवलपमेंट होगा, लाइक रोड डेवलपमेंट, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. तो वो गांव धीरे धीरे बन जाएगा टाउन, और बहुत जल्दी वो एक डेवलप सिटी बन जाएगी. So government supports industries in the backward areas. This mixed economy thus is such an economic system in which important place is given to economic planning in taking economic decision. तो हमारी कंट्री जो मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी फॉलो कर रही है, यहाँ पे इकोनॉमिक प्लानिंग्स होते हैं, दैट इज़ 5-year प्लान, कि कैसे हमारी कंट्री को डेवलप किया जाए, सो दैट both the sectors, public and private, they work in hand to hand. Coexistence मतलब एक समय पे एक साथ दो चीज़ों का एग्जिस्ट होना. Coexistence of private and public sector is accepted in system. This system is also called as controlled economic system. Why controlled? क्योंकि यहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट की नज़र कहाँ पे रहेगी, थोड़ी बहुत प्राइवेट कंपनीज पे भी होती है. जैसे हमने देखा ना कि टैक्स लग्जरी प्रोडक्ट पे ज़्यादा गवर्नमेंट लगाएगी, राइट? उसका एक डिटेल चैप्टर है वेरी मच लेटर ऑन, एंड आई होप दैट चैप्टर, दोज फ्यू इकोनॉमिक चैप्टर्स नाउ अहेड, वी डू इट फेस टू फेस. इट वुड बिकम, आई थिंक सो, मोर इंटरेस्टिंग. So once again, this system is called control system because of restrictions and control, that is taxes. Countries like India, France, England, today they follow mixed economy. France and England, initially they followed market system, but now mixed system. We so far have studied about market, socialist and mixed economy for deciding how to distribute the resources and how to take economic decision. There is no country in the world today who has only market system or only socialist system, because now all are following mixed system. Both the systems have lost their individual features and have mixed up both the features into mixed. Market system witnesses involvement of planning elements and state interference. मतलब कि जो कंट्रीज़ पहले ओनली मार्केट सिस्टम फॉलो कर रही थी, मतलब प्राइवेट, वहाँ पे अब थोड़ा बहुत गवर्नमेंट इंटरफेरेंस आ चुका है. वाइल सोशलिस्ट सिस्टम विटनेसेस इकोनॉमिक रिलैक्सेशन एंड इकोनॉमिक लिबरलाइजेशन, मतलब जो सिर्फ सोशलिस्ट सिस्टम थी वहाँ पे थोड़ा बहुत अब प्राइवेटाइजेशन ने एंट्री ले ली है. एंड द लास्ट पार्ट, बट डीमेरिट्स ऑल्सो आर विटनेस्ड इन मिक्स सिस्टम, दैट इज़ मिक्स्ड में भी थोड़ी बहुत तो खामियां होगी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, हमारी इकोनॉमिक रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन, दैट इज़ रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन रिलेटेड टू द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द कंट्री आर नॉट स्टेबल. लैक ऑफ कोऑर्डिनेशन बिटवीन whom? Private and public sector. They coexist as said, but sometime problem arises. Irregular economic rules, low rate of growth of economic development. These are some of the limitations in mixed economy. Hope you all have understood it. Once again, as usual, If any problem, free to call us. Thank you so much. And after this, we continue next time, that is with our English, one more part of flight, that is first flight that we did, right? About the seagull. Now we'll be doing about the second part of it. Thank you so much once again.